Greetings, Warrior fans, to another edition of the Warrior Weekly Show. I'm Sports Information Director Mike Stetson, and this week on the show, we're joined by two members of the Waldorf bowling team, which just finished a hugely successful weekend in Wisconsin. Joining us will be senior Allison Furman, who earned all-tournament team honors at the Stout State Open, as she was third individually and helped the Warrior women to a third-place finish in the championships. We're also joined by freshman Jacob Miner, who won the men's individual title at the Stout State Open and led the Warrior men to the team championship. As we mentioned, Allison is a senior who is in her fourth year with the Waldorf bowling program, and during her time she's had a huge impact in continued growth of the Warrior bowling women's team, which last season qualified for the sectional championships for the first time. Prior to that, Furman finished in the top 100 individually at sectionals as a sophomore, and as one of three seniors on the Warrior women's team, is poised to help the Warrior program to even greater things this year. As for Miner, he made his collegiate debut a little more than a week ago at the Mid-States Championships in Kansas, where he averaged 170 pins per game, bowling 5 of 6 qualifying games. That initial experience helped the first-year Warrior excel this past weekend as he averaged over 270 pins per game during 9 games of qualifying to win the Stout State Open individual title. Of course, his efforts, combined with those of his teammates and fellow all-tournament team award winner Ryan Swiderski, helped the Waldorf men's bowling team win the Stout State Open team championship as well. We'll sit down and chat with Allison and Jacob about their success this past weekend, about what it's like being a collegiate bowler, and what lies ahead during a very long competitive season for the Waldorf bowling teams. That's what we've got in store for you this week, fans. So now it's time for the Warrior Weekly Show. Welcome back, fans. As we mentioned, tonight we're joined by two of the Warrior bowling team's all-tournament team performers from this past weekend's action, Allison Furman and Jacob Miner. We'll start off the night with Allison, a senior from Des Moines, Iowa, who, as we mentioned, was third this past weekend at the Stout State Open, where she averaged over 177 pins per game for 9 games. She's been to sectionals twice, finishing as high as 87th individually with a score of 1,092 pins in 6 games as a sophomore, and she's helped lead the Warrior women's team to its first ever sectional berth as a junior last spring. Allison, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start off with the easy question. 2 weeks in, how is the season going so far for you guys?
Honestly, I think it's great. We have a lot of good incoming bowlers, a lot of potential we have growing in this program. We started off not too bad for our first tournament. We had some things that we need to work on, just like every team does, but this weekend definitely showed that this last practice, we definitely pushed to where we needed to push, and it showed.
You said this team has a lot of potential and is growing. How have you seen this team grow in the 4 years you've been here now?
Well, being one of only 2 seniors on the team, it's weird. We came in with 5 freshmen, and we've had a lot of turnover, and it's been really cool watching the program grow. With a new coach, my sophomore year, I think that really helped the program step in the right direction. We have 3 freshmen, a handful of sophomores, and a couple of juniors, and that's where the program's going to begin to grow right there.
a new coach. We'll throw a plug out to Tony Manna,
Yes.
the third-year coach now.
Yeah, shout out,
Talk about this weekend's tournament. The guys won the title. Jacob won the title. You were leading the tournament for a while. The women, I think, finished second in qualifying. You guys third in the tournament as a team. You were third in tournament. I mean, that's a lot of accolades. That had to be a fun weekend.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a thrill of a tournament. One of the best tournaments I think I've participated in. I didn't even know that I was leading the tournament on Saturday. I didn't want to know. It's not about me. It's about the team. And my scores helped the team. Coming and finishing second, coming into Sunday was awesome. That's a huge step for us. I thought we did really well this weekend. There's some room for improvement. Spares are very, very important. The shot was shorter than things that we normally bowl on, so I think that was our biggest struggle, was trying to figure out what moves we needed to do, what ball changes we needed to do, and that's something that we're always learning. It's something that I struggle with, it helps to talk, and we talked a lot during the tournament, and I think that's what helped us be so successful.
You talk about the shot and it changing and stuff. Other people, when they play a basketball team, the basket never moves. The shot's never different. Right. How odd is it that constantly things change as you compete?
It is one of the hardest things, I think, of college bowling, other than your mental game. Not knowing what you're bowling on, it's a brand new day, brand new oil. We started bowling against the bye, so that automatically is a whole nother lane change compared to what everybody is bowling on. So that's what we need to understand, is when is our ball moving, when we need to change the ball, watch the movements and things like that, and that's something that we work on every practice. It's something that you have to gain knowledge on.
What's it like bowling in college for you?
Way different, way different. I didn't have much of a coach in high school, so I'm always learning. At every practice, something new. I had no idea what was going on, and I learned. It's fun. It's a long, long weekend, but like this weekend was worth it. It makes the long hours worth it.
Did you always want to bowl in college?
I did. It was always a dream of mine to bowl, and when I got offered to come here, it was like a dream come true. It's exactly what I wanted to do. I love the campus, and I love what I'm getting my degree in. So.
What are you getting your degree in?
Criminal justice.
Criminal justice.
Yes.
Right. Did you play any other sports when you were growing up, or was bowling it?
No, I did every sport in the book. Really? From tennis, cross country, softball, track. I did it all.
Did you ever think about doing any of those sports?
Yeah, I did a year of softball here my freshman year, but I learned that bowling is what I love the most.
Very cool. What's been your favorite memory of your time here at Waldorf?
Oh goodness. I think homecoming week always comes in clutch every year. It's always a new challenge on what kind of a mess I can get into. This year it was a costume contest with me wearing a monkey mask. My freshman year is me shaking my booty on the stage with a fake foam butt. It's always something random with me, and I think that's what my friends love most about me, is you never know what I'm gonna do, what kind of mess I'm gonna make. But I don't know if I have a favorite memory. It's all been an experience here.
Sounds like you've had plenty of fun, though. That's important.
Yes, definitely.
As a senior, you have to have some goals that you want to accomplish. What will be a good senior year for you? What do you want to accomplish?
I'm slowly getting the checklist checked off. My main goal was to make the dean's list by the time I graduated, because academics is really important to me. And I made that last semester, so I'm getting there. And to make all tournament team was also another goal of mine, and I achieved that this weekend. And I think I just want to see our program grow. We deserve to grow more and more in what we're doing now. From freshman year to here, we've grown so much already, and I think that's a huge goal for the program.
What's next after you graduate? Have you figured that out yet?
I have an internship this coming semester, and the goal is to be a parole officer. Start out as a residential officer and work my way up. And right now, that's where I'm sitting.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, how are you going to fit in time for the internship, classes, and bowling? That seems like a heavy load.
It is going to be a huge load, but I'm pretty good at time management, so I think I'm going to be able to handle it. I got kind of a light class load, and so I think My advisor is amazing. Shout out, Allison Furman. All the CJ professors have really helped me get to where I'm at now. I switched my sophomore year, going into my junior year. I was physical education.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Obviously, you have a career picked out, but have you thought about professional bowling?
For a split second, I have. And that's just a lot. That's a lot of bowling. I don't know if my bones can do that anymore, but as of right now, no.
Talk about what will it be like sometime in March. Probably your career is going to wrap up collegiate competition at least. What will it be like when you're done collegiate bowling?
Hang on, start making me tear up. It will be a relief that all my hard work has finally paid off. I know we're going to make sectionals. I feel it. I mean, this is going to be a good season. Wrapping it up, I don't know. It's going to be weird not going to practice 3 times a week, not spending my weekends, 12 plus hours in a bowling alley. It's going to be strange not knowing what to do.
Yeah. Well, you probably have one of those, your parole group or somebody, they'll have a team together and they'll be like, oh, Allison,
Yes.
you got a bowl on the team.
Oh, an adult league for sure to come after, yes.
I want to thank you for joining us, Allison. Good luck the rest of this season, and good luck in the classes, and good luck with your criminal justice degree.
Thank you.
And next up, we'll be joined by Waldorf bowling newcomer, Jacob Miner. Now we're joined by Jacob Miner, just a freshman from East Moline, Illinois, who just claimed his first individual tournament championship with an average of better than 207 pins per game for 9 games at the Stout State Open. Miner became the first Warrior to win an individual bowling championship in nearly a year, as Kyle Swiderski won the Bronco Open title last fall in November. Of course, not only was Jacob a champion this weekend, but his performance led the way for the Waldorf men's team, which won 2 head-to-head matches on Sunday to claim the Stout State Open team title. Jacob, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We'll start off with the easy question like we did Allison. How is the season going so far?
For it only being 2 weeks, it has really been a struggle to start, but it is definitely coming around. The more that we learn with us having such a very young team, with 5 freshmen, it's definitely a different experience.
Yeah, a lot of the seniors, we mentioned Kyle, Rogers, Corey Smith, several of the experienced bowlers and seniors no longer with the team, so you guys got to carry the load as freshmen.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a learning curve this year, but we're gonna figure it out.
So, second tournament of the year, you come out and you win the whole thing. Not putting the bar too high, your second tournament out, but what went right for you this weekend?
On Saturday, we all started a little slow. It just came down to making a couple moves, making some ball changes, just keeping up with the lane play. I made some really good shots. Didn't leave too many pins out there like we did the first weekend. We were really, really focused this weekend. Our energy level was high. The team communicated really well, which is only having one coach is definitely something else. We have to really communicate and feed off of each other.
207 average. So, I mean, if you just bowl 207 game in and game out, that's easy. But there had to be some big games. What was the highest game of the weekend?
256 was the high game of the weekend.
Wow. I'm guessing no open frames in that one.
Actually, that's not true.
Really?
I threw a spare the first frame and threw the next 8 strikes, and then I left a baby split in the 10th frame and missed it.
That's pretty good. Did you win a lot prior to coming to college?
Win? No. Did I make a couple cuts in tournaments to bowl some matches? Yes. I really could never put together an actual win when it came to matches. I don't know what it was about bowling in the finals, but I just couldn't do it.
So, kind of, you've had good success, but this weekend was like probably the moment so far of your career?
So far, it's the biggest moment of my career, the biggest win of my career.
Did you always want to bowl in college?
It has been a dream of mine since I was probably 7 or 8 years old.
Really? So you started young?
Yes, I started bowling when I was 2 years
Really? 2 years old? How could you lift the ball?
old. Started out throwing it with 2 hands. And then eventually, when I got strong to throw it with one, I just stuck with it.
Wow. Did you play other sports when you were growing up?
I did. I played football for a while. I played baseball till I was 10, but bowling was always what was in my heart.
Really? Okay. Now, coming to college, we said you've only been here, you've only bowled 2 weekends, and you've only been here a couple of months. How has the adjustment to college been?
And to college bowling?
To living on my own, it's definitely a little different. Not having, not living with mom and dad and having a home cooked meal every night. It's definitely a change. College bowling is also another change. It's a huge learning curve this year.
It's got to be nice, though, having the team, to have those friends, and
Yeah.
then Coach Manna probably looks in on you like a parent.
Yeah, sometimes.
Did you expect to have this kind of success when you came to college, or this quickly, maybe?
Definitely not this quickly. At some point, I knew that not myself, but the team would do something great. I just figured it would not be 2 weeks into our season with such a young team.
We mentioned you winning, but you mentioned the team and the success.
How much fun was that for the team to have that kind of a weekend?
Oh, it was awesome. I've never seen a group of guys so amped up in my life, let alone myself so amped up in my life.
Did you guys get to bring the banner back? Is it going to be hanging down at Super Bowl?
I don't know about hanging down at Super Bowl, but we did get to bring it home.
Maybe in the gym or something?
Maybe, unless Tony keeps it.
Well, he might keep it, yeah. But then the people would have to go to his office to see it. We should have it in the gym. What do you hope to accomplish
Before the season's done?
Before the season's done, I would really like to become a better shot maker myself, and not just for myself, but I want to see our team do extremely well this year.
Fair enough. What's it been like bowling in college for you?
All I can say is wow. It is way different from bowling individually. Going to high school tournaments, and competing when I was in high school with other college bowlers, it was tough. And now that I am a college bowler, it's almost like the playing field is even now.
You mentioned the difference between individually and bowling as a team. People may not know, while you do qualify individually, those scores add up. But then you go to stuff like Baker games, which people probably have no clue what those are. But you guys are trading off shots in a game. How tough is that?
That is something I've never done before. So that was another learning curve, only throwing 2 shots a game. Your moves come a lot quicker because you're not throwing 1 shot each frame, you're throwing 2 shots a game. So that was something different.
It's early. You're only a few months into your college career. But what do you hope to do when you get
Done here at Waldorf. Have you thought that far down the line?
I really haven't thought that far, but with my business degree, I would like to graduate from here and get into supply chain.
Nice. Have you thought about professional bowling?
I have. Before I came to school, I went and I actually bowled a regional, and a professional regional, and it is somewhat like college, but I think college is just a little tougher than professional bowling.
Well, Jacob, I want to thank you for joining us. I also want to thank Allison as well. Wishing you guys best of luck the rest of the season, as well as the Waldorf
Bowling teams. That's all we have for you tonight, fans. But I want to remind you, it's a busy weekend of action here on the Waldorf campus. Your teams will be in action this Friday and Saturday. It'll be senior night Friday for the Warrior volleyball team as they host Dakota State at 7 o'clock at the Hanson Fieldhouse. Then Saturday, the Waldorf volleyball team hosts Bellevue at 7 o'clock in Parents' Night. Meanwhile, over at Bullstorff Stadium, it'll be a battle for the NSAA football lead as your top 25 ranked Warriors host number 21 Dickinson State at 1 p.m. on Saturday. That'll be senior day as well for your Warriors. And on the ice up at Albert Lee Ice Arena, the Midwest Collegiate Hockey League leading Warriors are back in action as they'll be hosting Northern Illinois on Friday and Saturday night. The puck drops at 7:30 Friday night and at 7 o'clock on Saturday. So be sure to come out Cheer on your Warriors to victory this weekend, either on the ice, on the hardwood, or on the turf.
Thank you once again to tonight's guests, Allison Furman and Jacob Miner from the Warrior bowling teams. And another big thank you to the Waldorf Communication Department, the staff of wtih, our director on set, Caitlin Rodriguez, and producer Bella Ruiz for all their help once again this week. Good night, fans, and go Warriors.